Thorpe, Roger. 2003, wife's cancer diagnosis. 2004, totally cancered out. 2004, seeks diversion as stagehand in a local theater production of Neil Simon's The Odd Couple. 2004, canned from job at insurance firm. 2004, makes one stupid mistake he pays for the rest of his life. 2004, dumped by his embittered wife. 2004, learns the disturbing financial cost of anything legal. 2004, old friends pretend not to notice him in checkout lines. 2004, rents basement suite from condescending yuppies. 2004, seborrhea inside his hairline. 2005, begins working at Staples. Ugly phone calls with wife Joan. 2004, 2005, and 2006. Unable to afford Halloween candy, so he sits in the basement apartment with all the lights turned off. 2004, 2005, 2006. Weekend highlight, learning how to use a photocopier's collating function. I'm the dead girl whose locker you spat on somewhere between recess and lunch. I'm not really dead, but I dress like a wannabe. There's something generic about girls like me. We hate the sun, we wear black, and we feel trapped inside our bodies like a nylon fur mascot at a football game. I work in a Staples. I'm in charge of restocking aisles 2 north and 2 south. Sheet protectors, indexes and dividers, notebooks, post-it products, paper pads, specialty papers, and social stationery. Do I hate this job? Are you nuts? Of course I hate it. How could you not hate it? Everyone who works with me is either already damaged, fresh out of school, and slow as a 1999 modem. The year was 2007. Gloria and Steve were being drunk and witty. Daylight savings time had just ended and the world was getting dark way too soon. Steve's head felt like crumpled paper after 6 hours of interdepartmental meetings. Gloria's blood chemicals were shooting in all directions after an unexpectedly canceled tryst with Leonard, the director of the local dinner theater. Steve barked, "More scotch, I don't feel drunk enough." He filled his glass and added 1 ice cube as an afterthought. "Are you sure you want an ice cube in there? It might dilute your buzz." "Why is it that all we do is battle?" He sighed, rattled his ice cube, and coughed. Back in her 30s, one by one, all of Gloria's other powerful emotions had gone out to get a pack of cigarettes and had never returned. Only anger remained. "We don't battle, Steve. We drink. It's different with us." Steve looked at his watch. "The guests will be here in half an hour. What are we having?" "I don't know. I'll figure something out." I was once young and fresh and dumb, and I was going to write a novel. It was going to be called Glove Pond. Glove Pond was to be populated with characters like Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, movie stars from 2 generations ago with killer drinking problems, teeter-tottering sexuality, and soft, unsculpted bodies. Main characters screamed and brawled and shrieked witty, catty, vivacious things at each other. They drank like fish, screwed like minks, and then they caught each other in the act of screwing strangers like minks. At that point, they'd say even wittier things than they said before. They were wit machines. In the end, all the characters were crazy and humanity was doomed. Crows are smart. They're like people, they're so smart. They look black to us, but to birds they're as insanely colored as parakeets and peacocks. Human color perception is missing a small patch of the spectrum that only birds can see. Imagine if we could see the world like birds, even briefly. Everything would be wondrous, which is another reason why I only wear black. Who knows what you're missing when you look at me? You're drunk again. I'm always drunk, you combative Harridan. Shush. Don't shush me, you failure of a man. You man failure. But at least I don't sleep with a lawn sprinkler repairman as an act of retaliation, sex. At least he's a man. Meaning what, Gloria? You figure it out. I'm having more scotch. I think if human beings had genuine courage, they'd wear their Halloween costumes every day of the year, not just on Halloween. Wouldn't life be more interesting that way? And now that I think about it, why the heck don't they? Who made the rule that we all have to dress like sheep 364 days of the year? Think of all the people you'd meet if they were in costume every day. People would be so much easier to talk to, like talking to dogs. Hey, cool costume. I dig vampires too. Let's go out for a beer. Halloween costumes are another disinhibiting device, like fortune-telling, and talking to dogs that belong to strangers. Me, I'd dress like a matador. Carrying a sword would be a real kick. I'd always be wondering what it's like to stab a large animal to see blood on the steel. I'd be... Man, I just reread the last two sentences. Psycho time. I'm Bethany. Did you find everything you were looking for today? That's this dorky phrase I have to say every time I ring in a sale, even to kids. It would be great for once if somebody looked me in the eye and said, well, I wrote the word fuck on a piece of paper in the felt pen section, and then I drew an anarchy symbol. Let's get the guests so drunk they lose their appetites. I'm for that, Gloria said, but we have to at least offer some token food. There's cheese in the fridge. It's covered in blue fur. It's having babies. Scrape off the fur, Gloria said. There's some Triscuits in the cupboard up above the sink. It's been there since September 11, 2001. Why do you remember that? I bought them to eat while watching CNN all day, and now whenever I look at Triscuits, I get that sick to the fate of the world feeling. Steve resuscitated the cheese while Gloria began boiling up the stale Triscuits. Gloria felt a harp's gentle glissando of love for her husband. It swelled out of nowhere. It was unexpected. She decided not to battle for the next 5 minutes. I think I'll change gears from scotch to gin, she said. You do that, baby. Hey, check it out. We've got pickles in the fridge door shelf, 2 of them. There's our vegetable. I think we've nailed all 4 food groups.